Hey everyone, so I am going to review 5 new Black Phoenix Alchemy Labs scents from the Lupercalia 2017 update. I received a couple of small decants and then 2 half bottles, and then I bought myself blindly another bottle that is completely full, and I actually received a decant of that as well, but I got anxious about getting it and someone was selling it for a good price, so I snatched it up. So I'll talk about those, and then a Lupercalia scent from last year as well that I just picked up. I didn't realize it was also Lupercalia. Anyway, I've recorded this video already, and I didn't post it because the sun was going down and there are all kinds of shadows on my face, and then I realized that my opinion on a couple of these scents has changed, or had changed after after wearing them. So let's get started. So the first one I will talk about is Pleasures of the Imagination 3, and this is the one that I wavered on. There you go. There's the pleasures of someone's rear end in a corset belt or waist cincher. This is a very sexy scent. The notes are Turkish tobacco, black leather, cinnamon, benzoin, and smoked honey. So in the bottle, it's absolutely ravishing. I would say that the each one of those components, actually the cinnamon is, I'm not really detecting cinnamon, but the tobacco, the leather, and the honey, and I don't really know what benzoin smells like by itself, so I can't really comment on that, but the other 3 notes, which I'm very fond of, are all playing together nicely. None of them is more dominant than the other. When I first tried this, it seemed heavy on the leather, and I thought it would be great for a man, but I wasn't sure if I'd really like it on myself. But I actually wore it to the gym, not on a day when there were a lot of people there, because I don't want to. And it's not a really heavy scent. It's not super strong, so I don't think I would scare anybody off the machines next to me. But anyway, I noticed that it had a pretty good wear length, and it's not too strong, but it's, it lingers sufficiently. I felt like it stayed with me for about 4 hours when I wore it to work a couple of days ago. I did wear this to work. It's not so sexy that it's going to make people, touch you or behave out of line. So the leather and I prefer tobacco to leather, so I was kind of hoping that the tobacco and honey would dominate. And they did stay pretty robust. Anyway, so if you like leather or tobacco, either one of those things, I think you'll really go for this. I'm very pleased that I got a half bottle. That'll last me a while. I don't really go through this stuff quickly. The next one, which straight out of the package, this was my favorite. It's the box of chocolates, dark chocolate, whiskey, cardamom-infused caramel. And it's just straight from the bottle. This is devastating. You get that really boozy, caramelly, cardamom tinged aroma at its fullest. When I apply it to my skin, the dry down is very similar to Mr. Nancy, which is peculiar because none of the notes are the same. Mr. Nancy is, I love Mr. Nancy, so there's no problem whatsoever with this smelling like Mr. Nancy, but that's sugar cookies, lime, and bay rum. So it must be the caramel that's smelling like the cookies. And maybe I don't know. But they're very close, and I would be interested if you own both. I would be interested in your take on this. But anyway, this is what the bottle looks like. And again, I'm happy with this purchase. Third is Diligent Instruction for the Bridal Night. And this is described as containing, sugar-dusted strawberries and mallow blossoms. People compared it to strawberry, like a strawberry version of Stecker Star, if I'm saying that correctly. I don't know, strawberry steck. And I don't own Steck. So all I can say is that when I ordered it, I was hoping it would be. It really does smell like the description, but I wanted a more fresh, fruity strawberry. And this is really like a fuzzy, like if you took the red of strawberries and if it were a painting. I'm very visual with these things, but if there's a painting of a strawberry and you took like some kind of whitish floof and you just covered the painting with it so that now the strawberry is a fuzzy pink. That's what that smells like to me. Like a muted, like a woolly strawberry. Like the strawberry is wearing a little wool cardigan. That's what it smells like. So it's more of a maybe very early spring, but not a summer strawberry. Yes, I think I've described this quite well. Okay. Next, two little decants. I've got Flickering Lantern, which is beeswax, tobacco leaf, a whiff of smoke, and purple rose petals. Sounds perfect, really. And it's really nice from the bottle, from the decant bottle. But perhaps too gentle for me. Almost like a really nice soap that you would find at your mom's house. And on my skin, for some reason, this came out like a Witch's Sabbath from, I think it was I don't know if it was 2015 or 2016 Halloween update. Must have been 2015. I think that was 2015, yeah. And I don't know how to explain that because, again, the notes are not similar. If the beeswax note from BPAL is largely culpable for this, I'm not sure I really like the beeswax note. I have from the Trading Post, I have an oil from the Yule update. I can't pronounce this unless I'm looking at the word, and even then it's probably a crapshoot, but Joka Boca Flood, whatever, the one that came with the book. That had a dribble of candle wax, and the whole thing to me smelled like burning candles, and it was awesome. I love that fragrance. This is nothing close to that. So I'm glad I just got a decant. It's not bad, but I'm probably not going to reach for it very often. Then Maiko with Hair Unbound, which is goat's milk, coconut, rice milk, honey carnation, and sugar. I had hoped that this would be like ivory vulva because many of the notes are the same. But it might be the honey carnation that's throwing it off. From the bottle, this is very pretty. But it actually smells like some soaps that they give out at certain Marriott hotels. It's There's a particular hotel that I've stayed at for board meetings in Dallas. And it's like an orange tinged I really can't remember what they include in that. I wish I had it in front of me. Anyway, it's sort of a smoky orange. Hang on. Okay. So, yeah. Again, it's okay. I'm sure a lot of people will enjoy that one. I think I've seen a lot of people asking for it on the BPAL Sales Madness site, but it's, I don't know. The others are so much better, the ones that I ordered. Okay, then finally, I bought this kind of on a whim. I'd never smelled it before, but someone was selling the Initiation from last year's update, and the notes here are red wine and vanilla pod infused with caramel, peach, tobacco flower, and coconut. And all of these, it's like the perfect combo. I thought it might smell a bit like Halloween Las Vegas. I just got this, actually. I haven't worn it for more than like 10 minutes before I took a shower last night when it arrived. But this is so good. It is so fucking good. And I can pick out like the Halloween Las Vegas vein that I love so much in the red wine. Oh man, it's good. It's like Halloween Las Vegas crossed with Midnight Kiss. Those are my two favorites for nighttime anyway. Really, really divine. It's not as powerful or as enduring as either one of those by itself. So I do imagine I'll have to reapply it more frequently, and look for, like an oil base. I can use coconut oil, something to set it so that it doesn't get absorbed into my skin. And this is where I put it. That's why I'm pointing there. So, yeah. Pretty good turnout for my decant orders, and of course the half bottles are also decants. It's just I like to get everything in a bottle because you get an imp of something and it's like, I don't really own it. I'm not gonna put it in my display cabinet. So I would recommend, especially the Pleasures of the Imagination 3, and the rest are also great. So if you've ordered anything from this update and you want to talk about it, leave me a comment. And also, if you would like to see more from me in my Instagram, I encourage you to follow me. It's Serafina Goth, one word, no underline, no space, nothing. Serafina spelled exactly like my name here. Okay, so have a great night. Bye.